Hello there, crackers, and tweets. And then obviously this is meant to be running from my website and from LinkedIn, but the systems are not in place at the moment. So I just wanted to quick catch up. I've just had to go over to the food bank. So, and over there, one of my mums who had 6 of her children taken is pregnant, and she's been told that obviously they are aware that she knows me, that she's going to be keeping this baby. So I look forward to seeing what's going on in April. So anyway, as you know, it is Halt the Adoption Drive week. So I'm going to shoot off here in a minute, and I'm going to go over onto Halt the Adoption Drive, put all my red on, do what I've got to do, and hopefully you guys are going to join me. Now, there's not some stuff I'm not going to release over on Halt the Adoption Drive. I'm going to release the strategy over here because sometimes you can't show all your cards. Do you know what I mean? So basically, I need a mass amount of team of people who can get onto Crackbook, onto Twitter, and can pretty much pick up all of the adoption events that are going on this week. And if you can, and you can coordinate in your area, even better. But what I'm asking everybody to respect is the fact that there are children who are neglected. There are children who have been abused, and there are children that do need to be removed from their families, and never will they be able to go back to these families, unfortunately. So please, 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 please respect that there are children out there at the moment who have been in and out of foster care all their lives that are dreaming for a forever ever family. But unfortunately, we know that something is going completely wrong in this system, and that people who should be given chances are not given chances, and also that this system is so flawed that all of the money is all in long-term fostering and adoption and not in supporting the family. In fact, even if you do go through and you do manage to come out with your children, chances that you would have actually have been given the correct help and correct support is probably not going to have happened. To making sure that's not one of my kids coming through, they're both asleep. So yes, so the basis is if there is an event on in your area, I would like for you to go down and with the message to Halt the Adoption Drive, basically tell them there is something very bad going on in this system, and all adopters need to step back. I'm going to literally, once I've got off of the Halt the Adoption video, I'm going to be getting onto the phone. I'm going to be ringing all of the adoption agencies, let them know that we're here. I am hoping that there is people that will take direct action. Unfortunately, I don't think anybody is brave enough in this area, in this network, to be able to do that. I don't. So I'm hoping that we may have people that are going to come out and speak for us. Let's just see how this week goes. So basically, for 1 week, pretty much over the month really, but the main funding is for this week, that literally all adoption agencies now will be out doing workshops, seminars and events and conferences, and they will be pushing for adopters to come forward. They'll be giving the whole woe story of these children that are abandoned, neglected and abused, that need a forever family. And what I need you guys to do is to go onto their pages, and just all you have to write is you must and tag Halt the Adoption Drive and put "We Are Forced Adoption Exposed." So there's those 2 pages. So I'm going to move over to Halt the Adoption Drive. I'm hoping I've got statistics in time. Something tells me I haven't. So I'm going to go over there. I'm going to do the video that is predominantly for Halt the Adoption Drive, and then that will go out, and also asking you to share. I am very, very aware that this is my mission. This is my decision to do this. And I'm willing to do it all by my bloody self if I have to. But it is going to take for other people. We do need people pushing outside the adoption agencies. We do need people standing with banners. We do need people going down. Now, if you remember rightly, before Forced Adoption Exposed was created, it was actually created because me and 3 mums and a father went down to Manchester Adoption conference, and we shut it down. And we literally shut it down. We went in and we came across, as adopters, We spoke, and my particular message, I sat down with the adoption worker and I said that I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and I wasn't 100% sure how it would work because it's a 50-50 chance of my child conceiving EDS. So I wasn't sure whether to actually have a child naturally or whether I should adopt or whether I was going to look at fostering. I gave them every single ground that was used against me to remove my children. And she said, oh, that will make you a perfect adopter because you'll be able to understand and relate to the child. Now, at this particular point, they had all of the adverts of the children all the way around. All the pictures were all displayed of the children. And it was really, really, really hard for me and the parents to go and do this. We actually did see a couple of people's children, and you could see that me and one of the mums was getting really fucking annoyed and really upset with the fact that we're gagged. We can't talk about our children. We have to completely eliminate and erase our children from our lives. We can't talk about them. We can't have normal conversations about them. We can't post up our family pictures. Yet they can advertise our children like puppies. Now I'm going to talk all of this over on thing. This is my space, my catch up, my thing. This is my journey. And then obviously I have intermittent pages, which is actually meant to be shared over there. It's not meant to be on my page at all. Yes, it can be shared into my page, but it's meant to come from the legs that it belongs to and not completely, bog down my page. Yes, they can be shared, but there is different legs and different, as I talk about the branches of the tree. I am the root of the branch of my tree. These are the leaves of my tree. And hopefully Amber is going to get her fucking head around this because she's fucking up my system left, right and centre doing this. But she's still learning, unfortunately. And bless her cotton socks for the fact that she even gives her time. It annoys the heck out of me, but she's been dedicated and loyal and pushes. But we're all learning. We're not pros in this. Do you know what I mean? But where I am a pro is as an interventionalist. I am. In fact, I've been on this morning to one of the coaches. I've been having a chat with one of the coaches who also coaches the youth who were in foster care. And it reminded me today that I am the best. And even he sort of looked at me to sort of go, what the fuck are you doing in this situation with all of the experience, all of the tools, all of the networks that you have? But I have a feeling he may be the person who's going to come in as the face of Step Up Britain for me. But we shall see. I'm going to keep talking. So I'm going to jump off this in a minute. I'm going to go and put my nice little red jumper on, if it's there or around somewhere, try and tidy myself up a bit, try and find some form of light. The problem is my BT signal has gone completely down. I don't know if it's because they've cut me off, because obviously I've been racking up my bill ringing Spain and not putting a thing on it. And my house phone is working. My mobile is completely gone. So I can't ring landlines off my house phone. Mobiles off my house phone. I can only ring landlines. So I'm going to be cracking on with Parliament today. So I'm literally going to be ringing, letting them know that we're here. So please, guys, don't make me grandeur. When I say that we are coming, you need to let these people know that this network is here. We are not going away. We're getting bigger, stronger, harder and faster. And what will happen if I did it all myself, then all that happens is they just block me. So if I post and write on something, I need you all jumping on it as well, and just telling your story. And just remember those two tags: Halt the Adoption Drive and We Are Forced Adoption Exposed. We're from Forced Adoption Exposed or whatever. If you can send emails, I want emails flooded gate. If you can send letters, we need letter floodings. If you can stand ground outside the adoption places with, even if you just got a pen and paper and you just write Halt the Adoption Drive, it's completely fine. I don't care if you go and graph it across the front of their bloody things. Faces of Forced Adoption, whatever banner, whatever thing that you want to stand under. But all I just ask is that one word has to come in: Halt the Adoption Drive. I'm going to be ringing the courts. I'm going to be filing over to the courts. I'm going to be emailing over to the courts all week. I'm going to be putting stuff together. Now, please remember, I'm gagged. If I wasn't gagged, I would be all over the press, all over the TV, all over the media talking about this. But they know full well that because it's live, they know full well I will take the opportunity to mention my children's name, and why wouldn't I? I can come out talking about being forced adoption, expose myself, and then saying this has affected me personally. But at the end of the day, the moment they put me out there, my children will see, and they know this because there is previous media on me, and I've literally been kicked down, which is why it's so important that I need you guys. And I need you guys to be following suit. We're not swearing at people. We are not attacking people. We are not having a go at people. We are standing our ground in our truth, okay? We are not nasty people. We are not violent people. We are not aggressive people. Yes, we're hurt, and yes, we're angry, and yes, we have pain. But that doesn't give us rights to stand outside buildings, which is why I dropped out of a lot. I didn't attend, I think it was 2015's Social Workers of the Year, because the year previously people were nasty. They were being nasty, and I don't represent with them families. I can't be asked with it. I want my children to look at me and go, wow, that's my mum. Yeah, that's my mum. My mum is lovely. I don't want my children to see me out going, yeah, bunch of fucking cunts, because that is not going to get our truth heard. What is going to get our truth heard is by saying, look, I came to the system for help, or they came in and made false allegations against me, and this is what happened. What we need to make them understand, it's like we've got one mum at the moment, the appeal is literally going in at the moment, but because it's the adoption drive, they will be pushing for that baby to be settled. And we have to completely sabotage this. And look, when they can genuinely place children, that's completely fine. I don't have any issue with that whatsoever. But even adopters are struggling because they're being lied to, because children are being broken and damaged, and then they are not bonding properly with the adopters. All of this I'm going to go and talk about over on FEA. So anyway, I'm going to cut off here. I'm going to quickly go to the bathroom. Probably go and throw up again because I've been sick all day, and go do my little red thing, go and put my red thing on, straighten myself up. I'm really, really hoping I'm going to have the statistics. Something tells me I'm not going to have the statistics, so that's going to make me look like a right fucking ass. But I'm going to do my best to completely improvise and try to pull this off as best that I can. Without the statistics, I'm fucked. I just look like a complete and utter cunt. But I ask every week for this, and it never comes through. So I need solid statistics in like the next fucking 5 minutes. It isn't in my email. It's not been put in front of me. I have begged and asked for all of this in time. So I'll just see what I can do. I might have to wing it. So literally the moment you've got that video, you don't even have to do it. You don't even have to put your head under the up above the parapet. You just got to take that video, spam it underneath all of these groups. I can't sit here all day doing it. Amber can't sit here all day doing it. We need more and more people all sitting here doing this. And even if you don't have to get out the house to do this, you can just literally pick up your phone, ring your adoption agency and say, look, are you aware that there is this big problem? Boom, 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 boom. And you know, if you can be somebody that was like me, I wish there was more and more like the mums and stuff that, you know, what we used to do is we used to sit at the back of the conferences, we used to wait for the Q&A, and then all of a sudden we used to alert ourselves and say, boomph. There's been times that I've waited, and then all of a sudden I've sprung onto their stage, I've taken the mic out of their hands, and actually I've had people at the doors closing the doors and just gone, can I have your attention? I'm from boom, 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 this is the problem. Now obviously I've got the 2 boys, it's not as easy for me to go and do that. I have to be careful on my own ground here in Portsmouth. I don't have a big enough network around me, and I am antagonising and pissing people off, which is good. I don't do it intentionally, but it just means that people are realising that, you know, lies can't win. The truth will always beat a lie. The truth will always oversee a lie. And we have to explain exactly why this system has been going wrong. So anyway, I'm going to go for a wee. I'm going to go and jump over onto FEA, and hopefully I'm going to have some form of statistics in front of me prior to me doing this video. If not, I'm going to have to completely blag it. And I'll see you guys in a minute. Catch you soon.